Jack Kevorkian was born in Pontiac, Michigan on May 26, 1928 to parents Levin and Sapinig Kevorkian. He came from a highly religious family but quit attending church at the age of 12. He attended Michigan State University and developed an interest in death working at the hospital. Jack died on June 3, 2011 in Royal Oak, Michigan. Jack Kevorkian believed that no one should be allowed to suffer and that everyone had the right to die with dignity. That people had the right to determine how and when they die. Kevorkian thought that this was a basic human right. He became known in the media as Dr. Death. While it is not clear why Kevorkian took this course of action, it has been noted that he took an interest in death early in his career. Many speculate over what could be the reason for his choices. He had no immediate family and his business practice had failed. He had practically nothing, and this would have driven others over the edge. Kevorkian was described as narcissistic and big-headed, so while he spoke of mercy and how this was what should be done, many believe he only sought attention. Kevorkian built 2 different suicide machines. The Thanatron, Greek for instrument of death, took a total of $45 to construct. Then after he could no longer acquire the medications required for the Thanatron, he created the Mercitron. The Thanatron injected 3 different solutions to deliver death to its patient. First it injected a saline solution, then a painkiller, and lastly a lethal dose of potassium chloride. Kevorkian made this machine so that even ill patients could administer the lethal dose. The Mercitron was less complex. It was simply a tank of carbon monoxide that he hooked up to a breathing mask. Kevorkian was arrested a multitude of times. Once he was charged with murder close to the Thanksgiving holiday, and he threatened to starve himself if he was jailed. The judge set him free on bail. People were displeased about him being released, but not soon after, he made his final mistake. Kevorkian decided to record a video of him helping a patient and sent it to a show called 60 Minutes. However, assisted suicide was just made illegal, and so he took it a step further. He committed a mercy killing and gave the lethal medicine himself. After being charged, again, he said he would starve himself to death if he was jailed. The tape was the final straw. He was sentenced to 10 to 25 years in prison. Still, he was released on parole only after 8 years. Laws were put in place saying that assisted suicide is illegal, and though many would think euthanasia to be out of the question, it is still debated today. Kevorkian, while pompous, did heavily screen his patients for mental and physical illnesses. He turned away many more than he accepted. The question is, if euthanasia becomes legal, what is the value of life? If one can simply terminate their own or another's life, because they think it is the right thing to do, what makes a life meaningful? What would that show future generations? Is life worth so little that it can be thrown out on a whim?